Oh, y'all know what it is. Don't play with us, play with your kids. It's that time of the week to hear us speak. This is Universal Citizen. And as usual, couldn't do it without my other two pillars in the pyramid. CJ, what's happening?
What's happening?
Renee, what's good with you?
I'm here. Another day, another dollar.
Another day above ground is a wonderful day.
Wonderful day.
Wonderful day. Ain't that what they say? Well, look, we're going to get into it this week, but before we dump this thing off, I just want to make sure I throw them names out there on our social media. Make sure y'all go and follow the Instagram page, Universal_Citizens318, and also follow myself, Eros_318. Follow Renell at Renell J, and follow my man CJ at A_humbled_. And as always, this show is sponsored by the wonderfully crafted and well-written book, A Humble Sinner. Please go on Amazon and cop that today. So,
hey, we sold one this morning. I had a message from somebody that was like, man, I picked up a copy. Can't wait to get into it. I said, yeah.
We on the way?
Wait. On the way, what you mean?
To the bag. Ain't that what they say? We on our way to the bag.
Oh, I just sold a few. Oh no, I just sold about well, that's really none of y'all business, but I just sold
I was about to say, let's keep those numbers. I just sold
you still more than I thought I was gonna be sold up until this point. It's been about a month. I'm happy.
Well, you've exceeded your own expectations.
Yes. We good where I'm at. I'm good. Yeah.
Man, what popping on your end over there?
Hey, what I gotta say?
Cowboys on tonight.
Yeah, we got the Cowboys on. We're gonna just week one. It's week one, so we everybody hold tight. But I'm gonna say it's like if y'all can just do us a favor.
Ross, it's week one. It's week one right now, Ross, until they win by 50. And then they going to be like, oh, we winning the Super Bowl. We're winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm telling you, man, look, we got McCarthy accident, that same tight-ass story we hear every year.
But you got to understand, my expectations
every year.
My expectations are very even. Like, I'm 9-7. I'm 7-9. Like I don't be like we going to the Super Bowl because I know the talent. We ain't. I mean, but it's a crazy year, so who knows? But I was gonna say like, just everybody that's liking the page, like subscribe, follow the page.
Yeah, I almost forgot.
And comment so we can talk about your question. If you got any question you want us to discuss, comment on the link or whatever.
Please give us all the feedback that you got.
Good and bad.
Subscribe, comment, like all that. We see all them damn likes on Facebook and we ain't got 25 subscribers. Come on, man. It ain't gonna cost you nothing.
Can we get to 50? Yeah. Can we get to 50?
Can we get to 50? We're just trying to get to 50 right now. So yeah, make sure y'all stay locked in and tuned in for the YouTube links, and like I said, go on and subscribe. And that way you ain't never got to miss nothing.
Hey, if you put your stuff on there, we're going to subscribe to yours. So, hey, if it's a win-win, it's a win.
You know what I'm saying? You scratch my back, we'll scratch yours. So, that's just the way it goes. That's how it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that being said, I guess it's time to go on and jump into this thing this week. Not waste no time and Sugarfoot. So, with the first thing that we're going to touch on, it's something that I think a lot of people can relate to or whatever, like, because I mean that's the way things are these days. How has social media changed the paths of relationships or these days? Or as the DM, the dreaded DM, has it made people too accessible? Like, is it too easy to get in there and just start a conversation with somebody? Do you think that affects relationships with y'all?
Well, on my end, I remember when I'm a little older. I ain't long in the tooth, but it ain't a baby tooth over here. But so when I first remember that first dating site was the Black Planet.
Yeah, but
everybody know Black Planet. Black Planet is like your sweet potato pie. Like it's a staple, and everybody know Black Planet.
I don't know
Yeah.
Black Planet.
You know Black Planet?
I mean, you
So
know, I heard
Black
of
Planet
it.
was like,
I heard of it, but I never
But you
was
wasn't in
on
the
it.
mix.
I wasn't on it.
Man, look here.
so we used to like me and my homeboy when we was in college. We used to run to the computer lab. Yeah, computer lab. Everybody got laptops at the house. We run to the computer lab and we typing. We in there. But I remember when MySpace first came, my homeboy came and he was like, "Bro, you gotta get on MySpace." I'm like, "What that is?" He's like, "Man, you take a picture, you put it on this thing." He said, "You scan it. You scan this picture, and then you just start getting likes." I'm like, "Man, I'm not finna do that, dude." And he's like, "Man, you can talk to anybody in the world." So I'm like, "All right, I did it." And the first time I did it, I was like, "So you mean I can sit in my room and I can talk to any girl or anybody on here just by inboxing them and they gonna respond?"
Hey, well,
and he was like, "Everybody ain't gonna respond,
yeah,
but you can do it."
clear that
So
up.
on my end, I feel like it was almost it's a long time ago, MySpace. I feel like it was shooting fish in the barrel. Like, cause it took the excitement out of back when we was in college, it took the excitement of like me and my homeboys, we were like, man, when you seen her, you was gonna try to holler at her, it put you on the spot. Now you can sit back and analyze and oh no, I ain't gonna say that. You can erase it, you can do this, you can do that. The social media era made it kind of easy to reach out for sure. And I'm gonna tell you too, it make you feel like you can reach out to everybody. Like, man, you dudes are inbox 15 girls in one night. You're not finna try to talk to 15 girls in the same vicinity in the club. So I think it's got its good things, got its bad things. It's good for shy people. It's good for introverts. It's good like that, but it changed the game for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely changed the game because, like you said, it's just basically I'm just repeating what the hell you said. Like, you're too accessible, and for people that may be a little less than trustworthy. I mean, it's like they gonna slide in there, and they might try to slide in on your thing. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like them sharks are swimming out there. You gotta watch yourself. But
Do y'all have
I think
people?
it all
Do y'all
depends
have
on-
people sliding in y'all DM? Just you made me just think about that. Like, dudes don't really
I
get that
know,
like
I don't.
that, dude.
No, let me say this. That's another misconception. As many girls, as many dudes as these girls be like, oh, dudes, this and that. You got a lot of girls that are sliding your DM too. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
They end up like I always tell people, for every man that you know, it's a woman just like that man. They end up. They swimming too. They shoot.
Oh yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't there. But I mean, I haven't had that happen. Shit, I don't even know. It's happened, but hell, it's been a long damn time. But yeah, I mean, like I was about to say, like I feel like the social media can break down your relationship, but it's all about what your relationship is built on. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had a situation in the past, just you might be familiar with. It was some social media. It just rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like
Go into that, Ross.
Oh, you mean like why?
What happened? I'm confused.
Go into look. Let me set you up. You said that it was some stuff going on with social media and it was
just rubbed me the wrong way.
happening. Like, so what in the relationship? You was in a relationship, and so what about social media? Like, came in at like a wave.
Well, I think it was mainly, like I say, it was me just having insecurities at the time. You know what I mean? Like I was basically true. Well, I mean, that's really what it boiled down to. But then, I mean, without going into too much detail, it's like it was some other shit that I kind of like thought was kind of stupid. But the basis of it was I was just insecure. You know what I mean? Like you said, her being that accessible. So you know what I mean? Like I'm fighting a losing battle now because she sees no problem with it, but it's bothering me. So now it's like, okay, well, it ain't even about the damn social media no more. Now it's like, hell, you're not even taking my feelings into account. Like, you know what I mean? I think over the hurt. So it's like, that's why I say it's just all about what your relationship is built on. Because now I could care less. Hell, if you snatch her, then you snatch her. Hell, she wasn't mine to begin with. So that's why I'm at with it.
Well,
So I was gonna say, like,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now I'm just saying with the dating aspect of it, like I know people that'll see you, dudes and girls, they'll see you, won't say nothing to you. May ask somebody your name, find out your name. Soon as they get home, they in your inbox. And dudes do it too. So it's like it changed the game up to like now. And then girls, please stop saying this. When you see me say something, man, it's hard. Like I'm gonna tell you. Back you know how it was back when you see a girl. They just say you see a girl, you're like, man, I want to holler at her. When you get the chance to say something to her, it ain't gonna come out right. You're gonna sound goofy, lame, all that. When you sit back home, oh, you turn into Pimp C. Like,
you don't talk to him like Pimp used to talk to him.
Yeah, you ain't gonna talk to him like Pimp, but you get more, you smoother. Then she say something back, you back at it good. So it's like I think it made it it took the social part out of the dating thing. Like, and then I'm gonna tell you something else too. These filters, all that stuff, like they can fool you with what they look like. It changed the game, man.
That came a little later on, but look, in the beginning, I can remember in the beginning, it was Facebook with me. See, the first time that I had something to do with some DMs, I heard of Black Planet, but I never had a Black Planet. I don't even know what Black Planet looked like. Like
Black Planet streets was popping. Do you
I didn't even remember. I didn't even know what that looked like. Now I did have MySpace.
But you had MySpace first, probably, right?
Yeah. It seemed like I had Facebook and then got a MySpace. Seemed like Facebook was the first thing I can remember being on. But anyway, I can remember getting on Facebook, and at first it was just like all you could really see was the people at your school. Mm-hmm. Like it was just people at your school, and then it was like, oh, I ain't seen her in a minute. Do. And then she hit the back, and then I can remember the first time that a girl gave me her number off of Facebook.
Do the DMs.
And look, I was like, oh, like that was too easy. Like that was like Renelle said, that would have been a whole lot harder if we would have been in these streets somewhere.
Yeah.
But as far as social media and the DMs, as far as relationship goes, it's ruined it. Oh, that ruined. Relationships are ruined. Because
but I always say it ain't what the girls, it ain't what the dudes say, it's what the girl respond to it. Like it's what she say, because you can't stop nobody from getting in the DM. It's what she say back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What you mean? What you mean?
That's what.
Like if I get in your wife DM and I say, hey, you looking beautiful this morning, and she don't say nothing back, you can't be mad at her. Yeah. But if she get back in there and say, oh, thank you so much, you gonna be like, why you saying something? Why you opening the conversation up? So it's like
this is what I'm about to get to where the problem come in. You're right. It's all about what the person give the other person, but shit, every day is not a sunny day. So on one of them days watch this, on one of them days where it's cloudy in their relationship, and then old boy done jumped in her DM and we just got into it, she might not like give her a number or just go all in, but she might be like, oh, thank you, how you been? Just because she feeling a certain type of way. And I'm saying, like,
boost.
Watch this. I have always thought about this. Think about how many people you would not even think about if it wasn't for social media. If it wasn't for social media, these people would not even come across your mind. On your everyday, regular, just getting up, go to work, kids, family, whatever you do, work, you wouldn't think about these people. But you get on that old Facebook, and man, it's just everybody just right there. It's crazy.
Just right there, like, yeah.
We didn't probably have some good, successful relationships come out of social media. Like we didn't probably. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of weddings that came out of it, a lot of stuff that came out of it. So, like I said, it got its good and its bad things.
Yeah, there's some beauty to it. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's all about. I feel like it's a tool, and it's all about how you use it. But that's a whole other different topic. We talking about the relationship aspect of it. I mean, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day,
I was about to say though, Ross. Look, I was about to say how you use it. You said it. Now watch this. Have y'all all not sit back and plotted on the female through social media?
Yeah. Oh man, it's like you ever watch the Discovery Channel and you see one of them lions and they be in the grass and then see that zebra over there at that watering hole and he be creepy. Like that's what the social media, I feel like it sounds kind of creepy, but at the same time it's like
don't sugarcoat it, Ross. Ross, don't sugarcoat it. They love that show. That show on Netflix. Kim watch it. I can't think of the one where the dude is like a stalker dude. He got 2 or 3 seasons.
You.
Yes.
My shit. Joe, a crazy motherfucker, boy.
No, that show right there, bro, shows you how, man, you can use social media and do whatever you want to do.
It's pretty wild, man. But you know,
people get married, and good stuff too. Yeah,
it's some beauty to
reach out to. We talking about the dating aspect of it, though. The dating aspect, like, and then sometimes the shy dude that wouldn't say nothing to you, like you might realize through the conversation, through the text, like he pretty cool dude. But you might not have liked him in person because he could have. You only get one shot when you trying to holler at somebody in person a lot of times, and you can blow it.
Yeah,
so it's like, but I'm gonna tell dudes something too. I don't know if I might have done this before. Not long though. Don't get it twisted. Don't be in there talking to yourself.
Oh, man. See, now that's one thing.
You mean like sending like messages back and forth and she ain't saying that?
She ain't responded since last year.
Let me tell you. Let me. This is what broke me from that shit. I think it had to be on MySpace. You could tell when they read your spit.
You could tell when they read it. Yeah.
When I start seeing that shit, it's like I'd have to be a fucking idiot to send another message. Like she's already obviously read this one. I might send one more, maybe back in, maybe. But once I start seeing it red, it's like okay, I get the picture. Like you don't want to talk to me, I'll go ahead and back up out of here.
And married men, they will screenshot you. Don't go on there if you married.
Man, look, I never understand that. I never understood that. But look, I was gonna ask this question. I want to know from anybody, any of our viewers, like, have y'all gotten relationships out of social media?
It was a little something. Has something blossomed from what Tupac say? The road to groove from concrete. The shit show that is social media and turn into a beautiful love affair.
Now, I'm gonna say this. I have dated girls. When I say I went on dates with girls that I met, not through social. I knew them, but I had never came in contact with them. Because you got to think, the world is big. So it's like I know you, but I know I ain't never gonna be around you. So I didn't meet people like that. Like she might be a going out person, but I'm not. But I know of her. She know of me, but we ain't never met. So then, sometimes you can kind of bridge the gap through the social media. But oh yeah, like if anybody that had a relationship, I'm pretty sure people that got married through this thing. I just seen the Facebook win, the Facebook thing up there. So
they give you like, I remember, I think, because I never really fooled around on Snapchat too much, but when I did mess around on them, they would give you like your own filter. Like, I don't know how you did this shit, but like, say if you was getting married, it'll be like, whenever they take the picture, it'll be like at the dance and wedding or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. So you could hashtag it and search it. It's like, man, that social media shit has changed a lot when it comes to these like relationships more specific.
We can talk all day about this, we can talk about all this all day, but you made me think about like how like now it's a such thing as like a social media couple. Like these
social media couple?
Yeah, like like on TikTok, TikTok is my thing. TikTok and like watch this, YouTube, they got like couples who like film themselves all day.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
reality shows on the internet.
So basically,
they got them blogs or something.
They make their own reality show, basically.
They real popular. Yeah.
The kids love to watch them relationships like that. Right.
Never heard of this.
Oh, yeah.
This is all new news. Yeah. Well, I guess at the end of the day, we can just go ahead and say that social media has definitely changed relationships, but also it's all about how you approach handling the social media within your relationship. I guess that's really what it kind of boils down to. So, well, moving right along, we're going to get into something that's a real hot topic right now. Because it's that time of the year, baby. How we feeling about voting? This was actually posted on the YouTube channel by one of our good viewers. We appreciate that. Fellas, how y'all feel about voting? Like, what's up?
I mean, you gotta be honest with yourself. Like, I've never been a big voter. Like, I don't I don't say too much, but I mean, I don't know where I'm supposed to even go. I'm just saying that.
Don't say too much. That's what they want to hear you say it.
I don't know where my voting booth. I don't know where my voting location is.
You don't know what they call it, polling place.
I don't know what school I'm supposed to go to. I think there's one thing too that make people that turn you off right there. Like if I could do it from my phone, or if it was easier for me to do it, I would do it more. And then like I could sit in there and read it and stuff, I probably would do it more. But as black people in voting, I think we kind of just like, I think we sit back and think like, what is it doing for us? Like, I think we just feel like the people, like our grandparents and stuff, they was voting for like, they couldn't ride the bus, they couldn't do this and do that. I think we done got so comfortable that we don't even think it do nothing or change nothing, so we don't do it. And then another thing I think with the voting in the black community is, we've been always taught we Democrats. Like, I don't even know why I'm a Democrat, but I feel like I got to be because that's what, like, they for black people. Like, who knows? Like, I think I'm gonna say this about voting. I feel like you should, if you're gonna vote, you definitely should get the policies, read them down, and make a educated vote. Because you just can't vote because somebody say, oh, you got to vote for this person and that person. If you gonna vote, take it serious and vote. So I mean, like, I'm not saying you vote Republican, because I'm gonna say one thing about that too. Even if I identify with their policies, I can't vote for Trump. This will be the year I had to sit out or whatever. So I think voting, we don't take it serious until we took it serious with Obama. But as far as overall, I feel like we don't feel like we get nothing out of it. Like black people feel like last 4 years was just like these 4 years as far as the voting was concerned. We feel like if we changed something, we did it on our own. It wasn't because, oh, Joe Biden changed or Trump changed. So I just think we don't believe in it. We don't feel like it does nothing for us or whatever. And that could be a trick too.
Could be a trick. They say you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book.
Or booth.
Or booth.
Oh,
it's like,
the book of the booth.
The book of the booth. So it's like, I ain't gonna sit here and say that I don't, or I'm trying to like push the whole don't go vote. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you do what you feel like you led to do. But as far as like what you were saying, like with the grandparents and all that, it's like they went through some hard times to get that right.
Hard time. People got killed and
it was
crazy stuff.
It was just a little bit less or a little bit more than what the hell going on these days. I mean, ain't too much change, like you said, Renee, but it's like you get people that'll be like, oh, well, you know, your grandma and your grandpa or whatever, they did such and such for that right for you to vote, so you need to go out and exercise that right. And that's cool, I get that, but
you know what,
like
Ross? I'm gonna tell you what, Ross, not to cut you off, but my grandparents ain't never say nothing to me about what they did for voting. So maybe they didn't, and y'all just saying it.
Yeah, it's one of them things. It's like an overall like umbrella that like they'll say like, oh well, because you black, you supposed to be Democrat. Like, well, I mean, well, shit. What if I like some of them Republican policies? Like, you know, what if some of those kind of fit me a little bit better? So you gonna look at me or judge me differently? Not because I'm like you, Renee. Even if I identified with Republican, I couldn't vote for that jackass.
Not this year. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
He just don't know what the hell he doing. But I mean, I don't know. It's like that's one of the things they tell you don't ever talk about it, what, religion and politics or whatever. Yeah. It's like because you have the right to have your opinion, but then like if your opinion don't line up with somebody else, it's like, oh well, what the hell? Why would you vote for him? And it's like, well, damn, like I thought I could do whatever the hell I wanted to do. That was my right. I mean, I don't know.
Another thing that I think we get played with. It don't happen every year, but every so often we'll get a black celebrity to tell us who to vote for. Puff Daddy had Rock the vote. You know, they might have this. So it's like
you say you don't think that's every year, but I think that's every year. Or every time, like
I can't really think if it was.
Just think
it's
always a celebrity push, like to vote for whoever.
It's always the most popular celebrity in their opinion. Like it was Puff Daddy did the voting thing, and then now, you know, it's Cardi B with Joe Biden. They rocking. Remember they said Hillary Clinton came to the Breakfast Club and she was like, Hillary say she keep a hot sauce in her bag like Beyonce. You know, they always try to like, you know, like
dude, they try to like. Now see, that's the part of it. Like, it's insulting, dude. Let's just be honest about it. Like, it's insulting when they do that type of stuff. And I honestly sit back and I don't see how we do this same old game over and over and over again. Now, I will say this, though. This is what I'm going to say about the voting thing, because we got 2 non-voters on here. Now, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this, Ross. Ross, you done voted before, huh?
No, I haven't.
You ever voted whenever?
I voted before. I voted when I think last time I voted was when Bill Clinton was getting in. He was doing it.
Damn.
Hey, well, let me say this. You gotta do. Hey, look.
Oh, that's back when the Arsenio Hall show you still come on.
Hey. He asked me when I voted last. But I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you another trick they make you feel like. This another trick. They make you feel like, man, you just one vote, what you gonna change? But if everybody feel like that, then we really do be changing stuff. And that's how I used to think, like, man, they don't miss my little vote. If you lose by 1 vote, I'll go next year. But I mean, I ain't never seen anybody lose by no 1 vote. But a collective people thinking like that.
I'll say this. It's 2 forms of voting. You got local, and then you got that other stuff that come on CNN. But but the local, man, I have went and voted on stuff for local that like it's gonna directly affect you. Like you know, if they talking about raising this or doing this or building that or doing that, and it'd be crazy how close it be coming down to. Like people be winning with like 300, 400 votes. And it's like, dang, like that's because nobody goes out and vote locally for like stuff like that. But I think you should vote locally. Yeah. Watch this, all the way up to your state. Like, so that means like from everything that's going on in your city, to your mayor, to the governor, to the Senate in your state. Now, when we get into that presidential election, it's all a magic trick, man. They always look, who that mean talking about they said Russia already hacked into something. That was you told me that, Renee, huh?
Yeah, they were talking about they were trying to hack into Joe Biden stuff or whatever.
Like they always got something going on around election time to throw in the mix, like what the mail system or something, you know, people can't put in their mail voters and Russia hacking into this, and it's like it'll be 30 more stories before November comes. And now watch this, y'all. What about this now? Now I just said all of that about the national vote and how I think it's a farce, but I'm still gonna go in there and vote for Joe Biden.
You finna say Trump? Sound like
that was slick.
I thought you finna say Trump.
I'm still gonna go in there and vote for Joe Biden because that dude. Look, I don't know if it's real or not. My vote, honestly, watch this. I don't know if it's real or not, but I can't sit at home with this dude up there acting like he acting and not go vote. Like I would feel like, dang, like I can at least go push a button. Look, it's gonna take me a couple seconds to go in there and do that. Because I know where I go, so it don't take me that long.
That's why I will make this this will be my first year going to vote. I mean, I got to. Like you said, like you would feel like a bit of a jackass to be like, golly, this dude is just not good.
Man, I was watching an interview with him the other day, man, and it's just like, I don't really look at these politics as being real. How about that? Because I watch shows like House of Cards, and I love political shows, and because they show you what's going on. It ain't nothing but a money game. and a controlling the people game. But that dude, what he said, the guy was asking him about how he handled the virus situation and all of that. And he was saying what he was saying. The dude got him caught up. And he was like, well, you know, this was all China's fault anyway. And I just be like, no, like,
it's a China virus, dude.
He would call it the China virus.
The China
He would
virus.
say that it's China's fault. And I'm just like, when is China just going to say enough is enough with this?
And just
but I'm gonna tell you too. The last thing I said about voting, if they could tell me, which I'm pretty sure they could, if they could say, "Look, last year y'all didn't vote. Now the store is closing at 5 o'clock. Or last year y'all didn't vote. Now you can't carry a gun on your hip. Or last year you didn't vote. Now your kids got to be in the 5th grade 2 years." Like if I knew what it was actually doing, because I'm telling you, a lot of them
ever went and read what the voting was?
I haven't, because I'm listening to Cardi B. But that's my fault because
whoa.
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's all. Yeah.
That got nothing to do with the city council.
That's
what I'm saying.
Right there.
When I hear the president talk and I hear that celebrity, we always like Puff Daddy come out there. I'm like, what? They talking about the same thing every 4 years, and I never see in my opinion, I never seen a direct change. So I'm like, I could care less. But like I say, if I walked outside and something changed, I'm like, dang, that's why they say vote, because this, and that, then I would. Now, it's my fault for not reading up on it. I tell you, a lot of them laws been around forever. Them amendments and all that.
Look what's going on with you and others like that. Because you're right. If it don't be like something that's just like glaring, you won't even worry about it. But what be happening is they be changing stuff and you don't even know that they doing it. So when you find out, it just be like, oh, they raised the taxes 3 cents. And it's like, oh, I wonder when they did that. But now you just
I like what they say the Clintons did. Then they said they made the 3-strike rule. Remember that kind of came into play one time.
They be doing stuff. Yeah, they be doing stuff along the way, and then 10 years later we'll look back and it'll be like, dang, they did that. Yeah, because look, I got a story about this voting. Not even a story, but man, somebody that I know, very educated person. It shocked me when this happened. It was like years ago. It was voting season though, and it was local voting season. And I want to say they had something on there to do with like something like you saying on there, like it was something major that everybody was voting on. This girl had gotten, basically her mama had wrote on a list everything to vote for. Like it was like, let's just say 12 different things. And she was like, vote yes on this, vote no on this, vote yes on this, vote no. And I had went over there and she was like, here, go, tomorrow when you go vote, go put this. And I was like, go put this, like, what is this? She was like, that's what, my mama gave me that or whatever, she said that's what everybody voting and whatever. And I was like, I don't even think I really got into it with her, but I thought to myself, this is the problem. Like, watch this, people that don't vote, watch this, people don't vote, but then a lot of the people that do vote, they'll just go vote whatever their grandma or their cousin or they ain't voting. So like you saying, dude, nothing really never changes because
they want the sticker. They want to have a sticker and take a picture.
Yes.
They love
that's good. That's good. They love it. They love it. Yes. And watch it, dude. They want the sticker. They want the sticker picture, and they don't even give a damn or know what the hell is on that docket when they just went and voted.
No.
They want that picture to put up on the gram. You sure right? Right?
Mm-hmm. Now that's not everybody. I mean,
not
because
everybody.
People do look into the issue because, like, I mean, I done had discussions or whatever. Like you said, like I need to get more in tune with what's going on locally because it
just locally, if anything, just locally.
It does affect certain stuff that are in my everyday life. But the national level, I'm not gonna say I won't do it or wouldn't ever do it. But like you said, it just always feel like it's a damn song and dance show. And
I heard not to like look, I don't want to endorse nobody and nothing like that. But I heard a commercial today on the radio. Perkins.
Our local person?
Yeah, Perkins for Senate.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, that boy threw his hand up and down.
But see, we kind of, I remember when you said something about him running, because I ain't out there, so I don't know what's going on, but you was like, oh, that boy on his way. Because you see he went to Harvard or something like that, didn't he? What he went to
He
school
on
at?
Like he went to West. They went to West Point too.
Look, you
Oh,
know what
he
the
was
commercial
so-
said? The commercial said it started off like he went to go join after 9/11.
I saw that, and I was
Yeah, and what was that?
they made it like he watched the tower and he was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta go suit up, baby.
You know it wasn't like that. You know
But
that man probably was in the reserve. That man probably was in reserve, man. They thought him in the active duty. They made like he was G.I. Joe, Ross.
you just gonna do that man's
Yeah,
story like
bro,
that.
look.
But it's all about how you word it, and they play with them words.
Yeah.
Look, that's what they
Politics and
call
stuff, like,
that's what they call politics. All of
Yeah.
it. That's politics right there.
yeah, like I said, he was in the damn reserve, but it's like, well, hey, you know, we'll play it like this, so it's just gonna sound a little better, you know. But I mean, I don't know, like you just gotta pay attention to what's going on, man. I feel like if you don't know, if you ain't 100% on something, then go on and question, right? You know, if you gotta ask yourself a bunch of questions about stuff, and see now I'm probably gonna go into a different rabbit hole, but I'm talking about with them politicians. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you see their actions or how they are, like, you know, you kind of ask yourself, like, wait a minute, is nobody here? Like, you know, don't be afraid to question them or come at them. Like, you got,
You know what
you know,
the
some
crazy thing
concerns or
about
some
it is, man? I think with the politics and these politicians, honestly, you can't even pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Mhm.
they just, it's almost like they just a figure up there. Like Renee said, you got to go look at them policies. And
yeah.
look, it don't even matter but we will look. It shouldn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. You should be looking at that policy, whether you agree or disagree, and that's how you should be making your decision.
So let me ask you this. Now, what if you go in there and you look at them policies and that old slick some bitch up there now got some things that kind of stand out to you, like it's like, oh, that one actually might kind of help me out a little
Look, watch
bit.
this. Then I'm gonna do what they say. I'm gonna vote against my own interests because this dude got the go, dude. He got the go.
Yeah, he
He's too wild.
So reckless, man. It's like,
It's with his language, dude, at the press conference, they just baffle me. Like, I hadn't been watching them really, honestly, but, you know, you'll see a clip every now and then on something, and it's like, every time I see this dude, I laugh. Like,
it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Like, it's almost like it's still, here we are 4 years later, and I'm still asking myself, like, is this dude really the damn president? Like,
no, because
That's I am.
Because we grew up with Trump.
Me.
We grew up with Trump being like the butt of the joke. Like, for his
I ain't but a joke. I grew up like he was a casino dude. Like he had a lot of money. He was a casino dude. Whatever.
Well, I mean, look, you can go back and listen to some old tracks. Plenty of rappers used
Oh, they
to
loved
shit
him.
about Trump.
They loved him.
Like, I can think one off top. Rick Ross say on that I think it's on that Triller where he say I'm at Trump Towers. I'm amongst earners. It's like, you know what I mean? Like that was the thing. Like you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, whoa, dude, you done showed your true colors. Like,
And I think he either showed his true colors or he felt like that was the way he was gonna win, going on their side. Because who he won against the first time? That's Hillary. Democrats weren't finna fool with him, so he was like, because he rich, so I'm gonna roll with the Republicans. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Before he started running, I never thought he would act the way he act. I thought he was kind of like the cool dude, you know what I'm saying? From what the rapper said and all that, because Vegas and all that. This man catering to straight racism. Like, that's his platform.
He hot and heavy. He came on hot and heavy, boy.
Yeah.
He eased into it, though.
He did kind of.
He in there now, though.
But it's just, I don't
Look,
know.
I'm going to say this, the last thing, Ross, for me, this vote. You can think what you want to think, but just go vote. Just go vote, because this dude is wild. He got to go. Like, and you don't want to have that guilt on you. Like, I don't know what you feel, but I know me. I can't sit at the house and then think like, even if he win again, it's like, well, at least I win.
You did your part. So yeah, that's why I say I'm gonna make it a point this year. Oh, the people jump in the damn comments because I ain't voted before. Don't jump down my throat now.
But look, don't make sure you register.
Yeah,
right now, because it's coming. It's about to end, I think.
Yeah, I'm registered. I just gotta, just do the right thing.
I'm talking about everybody.
Oh well, yeah. Make sure y'all go exercise your right and just be aware of what's going on. Because like I said, we got to get this fella up out of there, man. And hey, this video might ruffle a few fellas, but that's all right. That's fine. That's what we here for. Ruffle some fellas. So, all right, we're gonna go on and jump into this this viewer question. This is another viewer question that we got on the YouTube channel. It goes as follows. The friend zone can easily catch anybody, especially when you give them your non-sexual validation. But this is the question. Is it possible to get out of that friend zone? And if so, how? I don't know. Y'all want me to lay this one up out the backboard, or who want to take this?
I'm gonna say, I can start it. I'm gonna say this, like, that friend zone is like, a lot of times got a lot of rooms in it and no key. You can be stuck.
Oh yeah.
You can get stuck in that friend zone.
Let me just tell my story right there.
Yeah.
Please indulge us.
I got a story about getting stuck. And not even knowing I was in the friend zone. It was in college. Watch this. In college, I'll never forget what Renee told me one time. Man, so easy, man. It's like a fishbowl. Everybody just right there for you to get. It used to be so easy to talk to females because they was everywhere, right? So I was in the class. I was in an acting class, right? Theater class, Ross. Follow me now. You know how the game go. Yeah, I'm sure. So you got to pick a partner to be with for the end of the semester probably will be about, let's just say, a month's time. You're going to be with this partner, rehearsing y'all lines. Y'all got to do the thing from the class. It's a girl in the class. I'm like, oh, I already know. I got to get her to be my partner. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but she got to be my partner. So when it came time to pick partners, I didn't want to seem too thirsty, as they call it. But I got over there quick, made my way like, dang, man, like, you got a partner, like, bam, Ross, see, we partners. I mean, but I think, what I'm thinking? I think when I got her to be my partner, I got comfortable and felt like I had all the time in the world to shoot my shot. And so we doing our little lines. She coming over to the apartment, like, we practicing, we watching the movie, that we practicing on. I'm thinking everything took up. Until one day, Ross, I'm walking up to her car, and I can't remember what I said to her. And she kind of like laughed at me. And was like, you know what I'm saying? It was almost like, I don't know if I asked her to like go to the movies or like, I don't know. It could have been nothing like that. Anyway, whatever I asked her, she kind of laughed it off like, boy, get out of here. We just cool. And I was like, what?
Are we?
And then after that really messed me up because I've never been in this friend zone before. And it really was like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. And anytime I would say something to her trying to get out, I felt like, look, he said, you can't find that key. It's like she would never take me serious.
Sometimes don't be a key.
Right.
Look, it wasn't the key with her. It wasn't the key with her, not with me.
So just early on, what I'm hearing is it's kind of like you can't get out the friend zone. Once you in there, you in there. You stuck.
I mean, let's say this. It's a maze. It's a maze. And how patient, I'm going to say it's a maze. How patient are you? And sometimes it doesn't have an out. It don't. Because I'm gonna tell you what dudes do too. What I see dudes do, they get in the friend zone. They get in that friend zone just to be something in the girl life.
They just want to be around it.
They just want to be around it, and they think their friend zone is buying them time to ease their way out of the friend zone. But sometimes you can be too good of a friend. And the girl
that's good. Yeah.
I kind of like you over here. The worst thing you can hear is, man, I used to look at you like that, but man, we really became best friends. And you like, like, what you talking about? But you had played the friend role so long, so if you gonna do it, you can't stay there alone, man.
All right,
let
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What is, you say you can't play the friend role too long, so like, what is me playing the friend role? Give them this. What is me playing the friend role versus me showing her I don't want to be her friend? Like, what that look like?
For instance, like when you walked into the car, you probably got to the car and like, man, what you about to do, girl? Like, what you about to get into? Like,
you can't do the little silly dumb shit.
You can't do it. So me, I might inbox and be like, man, hey man, like when you want to go to the movies, like the whole concept is different. Like when you actually go to the movies, you coming on a whole different level. Like you scared first off, so you probably saying like, you know, hey, they got that movie out. Like, man, shoot, man, we go check it out, man. We laugh and everything. Like
another thing. Look, this is another thing, Ross. He ain't telling no lies. I might not have been scared, but this female definitely was up on the pedestal to me. Because look at it, the whole time I'm in class, Ross, I'm looking at her like, man, I gotta go talk to her. So I was playing it. That's good. You can't play it. So what you think about that? You think dudes put people in their friend zone and because they got them on a pedestal?
It's because they scared. And I think, like I said, I think you buying yourself time. Because I'm going to tell you something too. Guess what? Man, if you really don't want to be her friend, you shoot at her like you want to date her. And if she don't want to date you, you gone about your business because you don't want to be her friend. And you're going to be really hurting yourself throughout that whole time. You just, I was a date with the other guy. You
don't want to hear about how Clarence.
You don't want to hear.
Now watch this. Now see, I'm gonna tell you this: if you're going through something like that in life, then you're not gonna get out of there. It's gonna be very hard for you to get out of being the guy that she coming to after she go on the date with Clarence and telling you about how he treated her and all of this. You know, but you know what dudes like that be thinking? They be waiting on Clarence to mess up. Like, ooh, he gonna do something, and I'm gonna be that shoulder to cry on, or that, you know, she gonna call me.
Yeah,
you still gonna be the friend.
I was about to say she might call you, but you still gonna be just the friend. Yeah,
you still gonna be the friend. And see, I think what you gotta do is if you like you said, Renee, you gotta make sure that you let your intentions be known up front. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Let your intentions be known. Like, hey, now let's say you in a situation like what Chuck was in, and you know you got a class with her, and you end up doing that project with them. It's like if you, after y'all meet them first 1 or 2 times, like, do you go in and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of feeling you, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it build. Because
watch this though, Ross. What you do in that situation when you gotta be around that person. And then after she bang, shot you down, and then she still got to come over and practice lines with you.
I mean, well, you picked her to be your partner, so I mean, and then you saying like you pick her to be your partner, and then, you know, you shoot your shot, and then she like, I don't see you like that, but y'all still got to finish this project.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all just be professional about it. You be professional about it. And you just like could have, like, just like you did any other girl, like you gonna be embarrassed.
Think about that now. If you're working with somebody and you
that's tough.
Shot,
you got to be careful.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful with that.
Because you're gonna see them every day.
Yeah. I mean, so I get basically what it boils down to is if you put yourself in the friend zone, just be prepared to have to fight a damn hard battle to get out of that thing, because it ain't easy. Like you said, it's a maze. It ain't necessarily blocked off or you can't get out at all. But, you know,
let your intentions be known.
Let the intentions be known, and just what they say, shoot your shot. Yeah, you can't make the shot you don't take. So there you go. Hopefully we helped you out a little bit with some background, you know. And again, don't forget the show is sponsored by Humble Center. Please go on Amazon and get that. And before we move on, let's go ahead on and let's get into these sports a little bit, because it's back. Ball back, baby. We can keep this one. We can keep it brief. But first of all, did y'all see what Skip Bayless fool ass said about Dak? Basically saying that the man was weak because he showed or revealed that he had a mental, like, you know what I'm saying, anxiety or whatever. Like, first of all,
depression too. He said he was depressed.
Depressed. Like, first of all, for a person, like, and everybody pretty much been saying the same thing. It's like for a person to come out and be upfront and tell you about that, and that's the person that you want to go to war with. Like, you know what I mean? You don't. What people go through. But at the same time, you can't get like a feel away about them because they choose to keep it in. They don't know how to convey that. So,
Ross, that's a good point you made, Ross. That's a good point you made. I didn't even think about that point. Like, if your teammate come to you and like, man, I've been struggling with this or that, ain't nobody finna make fun of him or think he weak. We're gonna be like, man, we got your back, man. Like, come on, yeah. Like,
we finna go even harder for you because we know what you're going through. And see, but man, I was in the car, of course, and they was talking about it on the sports talk radio out here. It's like those type of shows, that's what they do. You got this side and you got that side, and and Skip is the king of that shit. Like, that's just what he does. He just loves to ruffle people's feathers. I don't know.
No, you're right about that, how that on those shows. You're right about that, though. That's a good point, too. Because on those shows, they always got to have the yin and the yang.
Yeah, so, and see, I was hearing people say, like, you know, well, maybe that's a reflection of how Skip really feel. Like, maybe you some kind of damn coward that's dealing with demons or whatever, man. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like you need to keep it to yourself, so you're going to try to chastise this man because he chose to open up about it. Man, I'm telling you, Dak about to be the face of mental health.
You know, the crazy thing, too, I don't know if y'all been watching, but Paul George said he was going through depression in that bubble.
Yeah.
And he was having them bad games. And he went and talked to Doc Rivers. He talked to the psychologist, too, and he was like, it helped him or whatever. So my thing is, like, man, how many times we didn't have something happen where anything going on, something bad happening in your day, you depressed, upset, whatever the thing is, and it affect how you go about that day. So these people, this man is a professional football player dealing with a contract. His brother just died. He said we're dealing with the COVID, and this man don't have the right to be depressed.
His brother
didn't die.
His brother committed suicide.
Yeah.
His brother committed suicide, which I'm pretty sure Dak didn't see it coming. So it's like, man, my thing with these people is they expect these athletes to perform under all circumstances. Like, they not supposed to be human or whatever. And it's like, man, Dak just really showed you, like, man, we human beings. Like, I saw Paul George say he see all the tweets when people call him sorry or he playing bad and all this. Like, man, they human beings. So it's like, and like you say, Rod, it take a lot for a dude to come out and say, man, I'm dealing with depression or whatever. This man ain't gonna say that's weak. Like, man, hey, some stuff is just like you say, though, a lot of it's
I will say this, though. Yeah, we back, I think. I'll say this, though.
Right,
Even if they do have those two sides like that on those shows, like, I'm gonna just say, like, that was pretty fucked up that he called him weak like that. Like, that ain't cool. That ain't, you know, I think it should have been like well, let's not go too far with, you know what I mean? Like, calling him out like that. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, but like you said, that's what Skip Bayless does.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Got to be on the opposite end. Just got to get that reaction out of people.
Because I'm gonna tell you too, before you get off of it, I was like, how did this even make a topic on the show? Like, what are you talking about that man? Like, I didn't understand. It's clickbait though. Because you know what? It was clickbait because he knew what he was gonna say about it.
Yeah, he already.
The press, that ain't nothing to talk about on a sports show. Like,
but you know, hey, that's the way it is now. The politics done slid into the sports world, and you know, there's some folks out there that don't like that shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, one thing about the starting back with the sports that is a little weird is no fans in the state.
Oh man, it's just a little weird. It's definitely.
You know what though?
Weird.
The first game that I even tried to watch was the Texans and the Chiefs, I know some other people been playing, but that game to me, when I watched, I thought it wasn't that bad because they did have fans scattered throughout the stadium.
Yeah, like, Chiefs and Texans game was all right.
Yeah, but then I was like, who that was? Like the Patriots today?
Nobody.
They had nobody in that thing. And it was like, I heard them pumping in the crowd noise. And now college was a little different because they had their bands out there. So that made it a little bit more authentic. But like you said, like we were talking about earlier, when that thing is paying out and you see these big old stadiums just empty, you know what it made me think about? Man, first of all, it reminds you of what's going on. Like, even though they're out there playing football and we loving it, but you still can't take your mind off of what's going on. And it's just like, I thought about like, are we crazy? Like, we can't even have people in the stands, but we still like, man, go out there and play. Like, it just made me think like, are we crazy? Like, we kind of tripping, huh?
See, that's what I thought about with the depression. I was like, look at all them what all them players got to go through. They playing with no fans. They don't know whether to kneel, sit, sing, not sing the national anthem, wear this, do that. Then I got my girl that just broke up with me. She poured bleach on my stuff, and I got to come out here and play like it's all normal. So I was like, I'm gonna tell you too though. When it came on this weekend, I said it is good for the overall society because we need to go back to some kind of normal thing. Like, man, it's like, and then the crazy thing, they should be thanking them athletes for playing because it make us go back to like having something to do. We talking about the people. They giving us something to get back to some kind of normal, normal. So it's like,
that goes and made me think about how they booed them dudes when they went out there and did their arm together thing. Watch this. The people who are watching these sports, they feel like that's what they're supposed to be doing. They let you know clear as day that they don't care about none of that stuff that they got going on, dude. Get out there and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. That's what they did.
Look, who that was? Look, Jay Will. He got upset on their show, Keyshawn and them. And Keyshawn kept on trying to talk him down, like, Jay. But he was like, no, I got to say this. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's almost like, what do they want from them when they boo like that? But Keyshawn was like, you know what they want. He was like, man, they don't care. Keyshawn on the whole thing of like, they don't care. We know they don't care. Like, let's not even waste no time talking about it. But Jason Williams was like, man, we got to keep on like saying it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about it, somebody said that the people in the stands booing, do they not know that the sport they watching is 90% black? Like, so it's like, what? It's like you booing me and cheering for me. Like,
it's almost like they got like to me, it's almost like they got like a mental illness or something, Ross. Like, Ross, they'll like, cause look, them stands will be 100,000 white folks, and everybody on these fields will be black, and they will be cheering and go. But then you can't
wearing your jersey, booing you.
Yeah, like how do you separate the two? Like they able to separate the two. Like, oh, that's just a person on the field. Then when they get off the field, they go back to just being black.
So you saying like that's what makes them crazy? It's like, how can you go so hard, but then when you see me in Walmart, you're like, oh Lord, let me get away from it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
I was at a basketball game. I'm not gonna say the school. It was a college basketball game. We sat there and watched the whole game. Most of these universities, it wasn't no HBCU, so we know it was a majority white school. And the basketball got what on the team? Nothing but black boys. Nothing but black boys. Dude, after the game, all the fans and, the kids was on the court. And it was like, all you can see is like white people all in these kids' faces. Like, oh, good game, this and that. And it made me think back to our high school, Ross. We ain't gonna go into all of that. But it was just like, these people are like, they almost like gawk over us. Like, in those positions, they was gawking over them boys like, knowing that, like you saying, if they see him in Walmart, they'll be like, "Oh, what is he doing?" Like, so watch this, Ross. Unless he got on that shirt that say university or whatever.
Oh, you have to have on something that identifies.
If he got on that shirt, it'd be all good.
Unless you just like one of those upper echelon players that the face, you know, they know the face when they see you. But most times it's like you have that stature, like, well, what do? You do something. You damn 6'6", 325 pounds. You got to do something. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It is a little weird. Like, how do they cut that off? That's I don't know. It's pretty strange. It's just definitely strange. What else we got? I mean, shit.
What else do we have? How about the Cajuns in the top 25 for the first time ever?
The Cajuns pulled off a big one against them damn Iowa State Cyclones. That was pretty huge right there.
Ross, what did I tell you, Ross? You said the Cyclones looking to have a big year in the Big 12. Blah 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 blah. And I said, not today.
You did fight for the Cajuns. I mean, I would go. You know, I'm a Cajun fan. I like them Cajuns, but
I knew that if they went up there and was able to win, even if it was by a point, that they would have a chance to get in the top 25. But I didn't think it would be number 19. I seen somebody had them as low as 16. But Renell made a good point. Renell made a good point about how it's probably at least about 10 teams that's not playing that will be ranked.
Well, yeah, you got to take that in the account.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna take it, baby.
So if the Cajuns run the table,
yeah, keep talking.
If the Cajuns was to run the table, do y'all still gotta go to New Orleans for that bowl? Like, or do you?
I think Ross, look, they always take. You know what I'm saying? They always take those.
They have to get a large bid.
Yeah, let's say we finish in the top 10, Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll get like at one of them.
Y'all can do that. Y'all can do like the Boys State Bowl.
Look, they always take the team that's out of the Power 5. They always have one or two of those teams. Like remember UCF that year they played Auburn. Like it's always we could be that team, but we would have to be probably in the top 15.
Y'all could play in the Orange Bowl, you know, something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna tell you, Ross. If we get into one of them bowl games, I'm there.
You got to go. Must.
Got to go, Ross.
That's a must.
Got to go.
Yeah, you definitely got to go. My Sooners pulled out a big scrimmage victory Saturday.
Hey, they had fans in the stands, huh?
Yeah, it was at 25%, I believe.
Yeah, I saw. See, that was another thing that was kind of weird about it. It's like some people had fans, and then some people had no fans. Like,
I think it's just all on the protocol of the school or something like that.
It's the state, I think.
So like you said, that Rams and that not Rams, that Chiefs and Texas game, like I said, it wasn't bad. It was all right. But then sitting here with the damn Cowboys game on, it's like ain't nobody out there like in this brand new pretty ass stadium.
It's a dome.
Yeah, I think it's pretty jazzy. Pretty jazzy. Yeah. So I think that's about it. We got on the sports end. We go on and move on to this music review for the week. A timeless classic, or what I like to consider it a timeless classic. It's one of my preferred albums, Mr. J. Cole, K.O.D. We're gonna let the person that picked this one go ahead on and kick this thing off because I want to know what brought about you choosing this one.
Well, first of all, J. Cole, probably is my favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I had to pick, I don't really like to do that, but man, I couldn't think of like nothing fresh that was new coming out that I really wanted to talk about. And I have old albums that I always wanted to like talk about with people. And this was one of them, that KOD, because it's pretty heavy at points. And I think, watch this, I had to think hard about this because like I said, I'm a J. Cole fan. But I was like, This is my favorite one.
LD is your top.
This is my favorite one because I thought about the first one. Look, the first two, he was doing what he had to do, and that's another conversation.
Okay? His obligation.
He was doing what he had to do, and then I think Forest Hill was the third one.
Well, he had Sideline, not Sideline. Was it?
Yeah, Sidelines. Yeah, Sidelines, and then Born Center.
Born Center.
Might
have been Forest Hill.
Yeah. So when he came with Forest Hills, it was like, man, that's what we needed.
Yeah,
like I can remember that. Like I can remember anticipating that album and feeling like after I listened to it, was like, yeah, that's what I wanted, and that's what we got. And then after that, it was what? For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, he did For Your Eyes Only. He did. Yeah. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
So Forest Hill Drive and KOD. I seen one of our loyal fans going back and forth about that one. Well, not even going back and forth. He said Forest Hills was the best one to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, that's tough to beat. But I guess it's about what mood I'm in too, though. It's about what mood I'm in.
It's all about mood.
Because Forest Hill will pick me up and, make me feel a certain way. KOD, it's got some good stuff in there. Look, one of my favorite songs, Ross, and they go into what we were talking about jumping in them DMs, but Photograph. Photograph, man. When I heard Photograph, I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh. That's what these dudes be out here doing. Like,
it fit.
Falling in love with these girls that they have never seen before, never will see before. Look, like that boy on that show, they got pictures all up about her, and like, this happening out here. So I thought that was real good that he touched on that topic. I like that song. But you know what? One of my favorites is when he talking about he got Richard Pryor on the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Look,
which one is that?
I'm about to look on it. He say brackets.
Mm-hmm.
He say if he would have told his daddy how much money he was making, he would say, "Boy, get the hell out of here." And it made me think, dang, how much money is Cole making?
He's I know last time, I don't know the exact number, but when you could tour, I think that last tour he did, he was up
like
there.
30, 40 million maybe that year.
I think it was something like that. Like, yeah, Cole.
He did the outside tour, huh? Where everybody was sitting outside or something?
No, that was just like I'm talking about the tour. Yeah, I'm talking about the tour where he did where he came out in the prison.
Yeah, that was the last one. Yeah.
That might have been. That wasn't Forest Hill?
That was For Your Eyes Only.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm a J. Cole. Like this, I'm not trying to harp on this. I'm gonna say it a second. This is my Nas or whatever. How people regard Nas with the content and all this. I don't understand all that stuff that Nas be saying because he's from New York and the sun might hit him left and he talk about it. I don't know all that. J. Cole is my substance rapper. He always got something that he talking about. I'm talking about. I don't care if it's a club song or if it's the Photograph. My favorite song was the Window Pane. Man, he be talking. And then I like Kevin's Heart too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Window Pane is the one with the little girl on there talking.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he talking about
Yeah. See, I think after Kevin's Heart, that's when it start to change a little bit in terms of it start to kind of go into relationship type shit and different shit that he might have been or people that might be dealing with. Because I'd say the first maybe 5 to 6, it's almost kind of I don't know what direction he was going because he was talking about I forgot what song it was.
Look, you're right about that. You're right about the first 6, but watch this. The one with Kill Edward on there, in between them, kind of gave you a different little vibe.
It was like a little breeze. But yeah, because he come on with she was on.
I cut out didn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. I felt like this was probably his 3rd best CD.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I got Forest Hill off top number 1. Off top. Man, that one was off top. You know, because he can get dark. Born Center got kind of dark or whatever.
Watch this.
I think For Your Eyes Only might have been my second favorite.
I like when Cole get dark.
Oh, he get dark. He get dark.
I like when Cole get dark because I get dark. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
we all do.
Yeah.
I didn't like a few of these songs. Like Ross said, I was kind of when it first came out, I was like, man, it's kind of like it's good because it's Cole. He always rapping, but I didn't like some of the beats or whatever. Like I didn't like some of the beats or whatever, and I was like, man, you know, but they grew on me or whatever. But I definitely, as far as here, number one, For Your Eyes On. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't really dislike the first CD, but I know what you're saying. He had to play the game.
The first CD now, the first
he
CD
always
now.
Spitting.
Oh,
he always spitting.
CD, he is spitting.
But he had to play the game.
But he wasn't giving us that content that he had in him.
Nah.
Because he had to get that out.
Yeah,
he had to get that out first.
But
look, that window pane, now you know, look, Ross, I'm emotional. That window pane had me.
Yes, we know.
Man, when that little girl came on there at the end, man, that thing make you want to go crazy, man. Like,
he always giving you that.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
remember the For Your Eyes Only?
Yeah, that's
he rapped out of different perspectives.
See, now that's the one that'll you might want to get your issues for that.
There was another one, Ross, and I'm sitting there like, golly, man.
Yeah, you want to. I mean, I'm with you, Renell. I think Forest Hills is the top. That's number one. I would probably put. Oh man, shit. I don't know. I would be willing to say that I might throw KOD in there as my number 2 favorite. Maybe. Because like I said, I like when it changed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, after Kevin's Heart, it kind of go into a different direction. And I like that. It's like I don't want a whole album of that from Cole, but I'll take it on that back end, them last 7 songs.
So let me ask you this. What was the last 7 songs to you?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what did
you say? Like, you said like he went from the first one, then he went into that. Like, what was that? Like the last song.
His transition?
Yeah, like what those songs feel like?
To me, like I said, it felt like not really dark, but it just kind of felt like where he was dropping knowledge on Kevin's Heart. You know, he kind of telling niggas to keep their willy in their pants, basically.
Oh, look, Renee, you say that's your favorite one, huh? Kevin's Heart?
I think Window Pane, but I like Kevin Hart number 2.
Oh, no, you did say Window Pane, but yeah, you was talking about Kevin Hart earlier. I forgot what Kevin's Hart was. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but
the video and everything. Like, the video and everything. But I'm going to tell you, though, don't sleep on that last song where he talking that talk. I like when he talked that talk, too. Like, hey, don't play with me because y'all know I can rap.
Look, Ross, I was on a treadmill earlier. And I had I got a Dreamville playlist. And I just had it on shuffle. And that 1985 came on. And I was like, oh, man. Because look, it's already done happened to them boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole group.
It's already happened to you. Like, with look, nobody knew it. But with that whole Corona coming, the boys can't get out and do them shows or do whatever. Man, your fans really checking for you like.
And the music trash.
The music trash, and it's like, are they really gonna stay with you for the next 5 years and be like loyal fans? No, man, that's a bunch of garbage.
It's
and it's already showed, and he was spitting on that one.
He very, very politely told that young man to go sit his ass down somewhere. Don't fuck with me.
Look, Ross. He told him. He said, "I'm glad y'all out here getting y'all money. Like, keep doing it, but like, bro, like when they said, don't come play with me."
Yeah, he said, I like your little rap name. It's kind of fly.
Yeah. Let me say, he said, come in and walk with me. And, you know, like at the end, he was like, but don't ever think, you know what I'm saying, you can play with me like that.
Look,
because don't ever get it twisted like that.
He definitely like patted him on his head, like, don't do that. Don't do that.
He was dropping game. He was dropping game to him.
It was.
And see, that's what make that blow hurt even worse because, like you said, now the foreshadowing has come to full fruition.
And the thing about it is about somebody like Cole. Cole don't do that.
No.
Whatever. I don't even remember what the dude said, but it struck a chord with him that he was like, man, I gotta respond but it was like he wasn't responding and like trying to dish you. The crazy thing about it was he just told you the truth.
And see, that's what make it so cold, because it's like I'm not finna sit here and downplay your lyrics because you suck, you can't rap. I'm just gonna point it out how much you suck, but I'm gonna give you some game. Like, it was just very cold the way he did it. Like, yeah, that was.
So let me ask you this before we get off Cole. Like, why y'all think these dudes like Cole, Andre 3000, Kendrick, why they be so like ready to stop rapping? Like they always want to retire and get out of it. Like Cole say,
I know you about to say that, and I looked up today something about Cole. I don't know how I got on trying to find something out about Cole. I think I looked up his wife. So think about that. He kept
That's one of the reasons why you want to get off now.
No. I wasn't looking at it for like to look what she looked like or nothing like that. I just knew he was married, and it was like I was looking because of what you just said. Like these dudes like this, they keep their stuff real quiet because Cole know how crazy this world is. He just had another son, they said. One of them gossip, that's what I'm saying. One of them gossip websites or something say they confirmed with him that they just had their second son. And I was like, man, dudes like that, they want to give you their skills because they know they spit and they got something to say.
Give you my life.
But at the same time, they don't want that Hollywood penetrating their real family life, man, because they know that shit crazy. What he say? He stayed like somewhere off in the woods, somewhere like, you know, to where can't nobody find him. Like, but I thought about that too, because I was like, man, you ain't never seen Cole out here with his kids or like with his wife. Like, you're not gonna see that. Like,
no.
But like you say though,
like, you gotta keep that stuff separate, man. Like,
think about you go somewhere with your kids. And next day they got an Instagram page talking about your kids ugly or, you know, just whatever the case may be or what school they go to. You like, man, nah, bro. Like, so I think they jump into it with not knowing how bad it is. Because when he first came out, he was kind of out there, you know. And then he like, man, I don't like this. Like, I think he been with that lady a long time.
So they was high school, college sweethearts.
Yeah, so
maybe college.
Yeah. So they let you know, that was a real relationship. Like,
yeah, that one had some time.
They got together right before, the one right before he blew Friday Night Lights. Said that he
that's a classic.
Look, if you don't know nothing about Friday Night Lights, then that's your foundation.
Go check that one out.
Go check that one out. That'll get you started right there. But they said he proposed to her before they came out. So it was like, well, he was with her. Like,
yeah, they was in the game. They was solid. So overall, I'm going to go on and I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to say 8.5. Teetering on that 9 for KOD. That's just my opinion.
I'm going to give it an 8 because, like I say, some of the beats kind of, I had to listen to more of the words than the beats. And I think he do his own beats, right?
Yes, it does. That's another thing. That's another stream. That's another revenue right there. Like in production credits and all that other kind of shit.
So I'm gonna give it an 8 because if you listen to him, you can never deny what he's saying and how he rapping. But a few of the songs, I was like, I could have did without that. Like that cut it up, turn it up, whatever that. What is that?
I know what you're talking about. Look. Now that is the one.
Yeah.
That is the one. You talking about Motivate.
Yeah,
motivate.
Motivate. I don't know what.
But he rapping.
I don't know what he rapping. I think on that one, he was just trying to show you like just speak.
Yeah, just use some bar play.
But look, on a rating, I'm gonna say if this, I don't know about the scale of them. It is Forest Hill and For Your Eyes Only. And KOD is in that top 3 range. But I would put KOD above
For Your Eyes
Only, for sure. And then Forest Hills and KOD fighting for not my top spot.
Yeah, it's kind of like they fighting for shotgun.
For me though, I'm gonna say 9.5, almost a 10 with that KOD. It's one of my favorite albums, like period, because he went into the mental health side. He went into he went into showing you, look, what one of the songs I heard the other day I was listening, he was like, man, mama, like, why you calling me with that shit? Like,
oh yeah, that's the window pane, ain't it?
No, that's
I don't know which one it was.
That's the one you talking about when he talk about his mama being drunk all the time.
Yeah.
I think home, like, I don't even want to come home because I know you.
And that was my favorite song. So that was my favorite. I thought it was Window Pane. That was my favorite.
I think that's Brackets.
Because he was just keeping it real. He like, bro, I can't do nothing for you. Like, I want to leave, but I feel guilty.
But then
because I know you want
what happened when he left. He said when he left, he just was fooling himself because he went up to New York, but she still was calling him like it didn't go away. Like it wasn't gonna go away. He went into, bro, like his life.
Hey,
like,
I know he's making off this dude.
And then look, what else I like too, and then I'll let y'all go on. Cause look, this is one of my favorite ones. I can talk all day about. Kill Edward.
Like old Kill Edward. Huh?
Kill Edward is a personality that came up out of that drama that he went through. So for him to show us that right there, it's like, oh man, this dude going somewhere that I don't know if everybody knew where he went. But that was almost I feel like everybody got it. Personality.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like everybody got at least two. How about that? But he was showing
before we get off of it,
that dark side.
Before we get off of it, like that's why I liked him because like I don't know what CD it was, but he was talking about like how we was gonna talk about. He was saying something like y'all make fun of these people that's on cocaine and crack, but my mama on it, and have to deal with somebody like that. And I was like, woo, like the man can write a book about his mama, obviously.
Yeah,
you know, like, yeah, but yeah, like Cole, if you want some substance and not be like too much substance, like where it ain't listenable. Listen to J. Cole. The boy, he never gonna disappoint you. Even when he on somebody else's song, he giving you substance in the song or whatever. So yeah, I gave it an 8.5 though.
Yeah, I say 9.5 just because that Motivate and ATM. You know, watch this.
Yeah, that's another one. I was like, yeah,
right.
Gotta have your radio sync.
That was the radio singer. See, what I be wanting, Ross, like you said, I could take a whole album that he gave you from 7 to finish. I want a whole album where we just in it, like, yeah. I want that dark. I want that dark from Cole. I would love for that next album to be that dark. But you know what, too, I know, though, when them dudes when anybody, not just dudes, but when artists be doing their work, like the Joker, he went real dark on us, and he couldn't handle it. So I wouldn't want Cole to go dark on us because I know he really got to go dark on us in his personal life.
Because he's not lying. Yeah.
Like, no, but it's the truth.
Remember Zero said that? He was like, man, y'all be talking about do a happy song. He was like, but I ain't never been happy. It's like,
man, Roll Hayes somewhere drinking some Hennessy in the dark.
You can't listen to Roll all the way on no trip. I did it before, and it's like, man, like
that's heavy. That's heavy. Look, I love some Roll, but shit, you got to jump out of that Roll, man. You got to get out of that. Well, there you have it, folks. KOD review in the books. Like we said in the beginning, don't forget or don't be scared, shamed, or whatever your problem might be. Go on and subscribe, comment, like. Get involved, like give us some feedback, let us know what you want to hear and like what you want us to talk about. So, that's what we here for. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow the page on Instagram at universal_citizens318. Follow me at TRoss_318. Follow my boy CJ at _humbled_sinner. I tell you, I gotta.
It's like you gotta do the Euro step with it, right? I was like,
damn, that thing will trip you up. I be wanting to say, but anyway, and follow my man Renell J. That's it until next week. Make sure y'all stay tuned in, subscribe. Universal Citizens, we out of here, folks.